Welcome home, Rep Pack. Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons, the show where I collect absolutely everything from the late 90s, 2000s, all the way to the modern day. And I'm also trying to create the world's biggest Spongebob and Nickelodeon collection. But not just that, the creator and CEO of this channel actually is pretty skilled at power washing anything you might drop on the floor. She's like a living vacuum cleaner. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you guys aren't, you know the drill. Spongebob Power Wash Simulator collaboration camera flip.
I might as well clean the rest of the floor while I'm at it.
It's about to get a whole lot brighter, Rep Pack, because your boy is here, and today is going to be so much fun because I have my Switch right here. Cosmo and Wanda are ready to go. We are going to be hopping into the brand new collaboration for Power Wash Simulator, which is actually SpongeBob SquarePants. And obviously you guys know that's one of the things I love the most in the world, and the golden child of this channel, as I always say. So the fact that they're doing this collaboration made me download the game. I had never played Power Wash Simulator ever before. It just goes to show you that collaborations do work. You know, it does bring in a lot of new fans. I would have never played this game had it not been for the SpongeBob DLC. So we are going to be going into Bikini Bottom. If you don't know what power washing is, well, here's a little clip of somebody cleaning the floor with one. But what they're used for is for cleaning off gunk. You know, you can use them as the world's most powerful super soaker. But they are made for cleaning buildings in particular. So what we're going to be doing is diving into the Bikini Bottom world and helping clean off some of the gunk that you might see build up underwater, almost like an aquarium. I'm interested to find out how all this gunk got here, but without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop on in to the game. Cosmo, Wanda, let's boot it up. Okay, so we are in the game and it looks incredible. As you guys can see, we are on Conch Street. I mean, got some coral here. It looks really good. I mean, comparing this to the Minecraft DLC we played a while back, it is a lot more realistic, of course. I don't know what this scaffolding is here for exactly. I'm sure we're gonna find out a little bit later, but you can see in the background though, you have some of the Bikini Bottom buildings. You've got the pineapple here, and hey, they even added SpongeBob's garage, which you don't usually see too often, so it's nice to see the garage. So let's take a look at SpongeBob's house first here. In its dirty form, it looks really grimy, and like I said, it almost looks like an aquarium when you forget to clean it a while. I don't want to say all the little details I see on here already because I kind of want to clean them up before we talk about it. So let's go ahead and get started on cleaning this. So what I did notice is they added the garage. In a lot of iterations of SpongeBob's house, they for some reason forget that he does have a garage in the back of his house. We've seen it a couple times here in the past. Let's go ahead and switch some of these nozzles real quick. Let me try to adjust this and get this right, but we're gonna be fast forwarding and time lapsing a lot of this footage, and we'll check it out once it's clean. So let's go ahead and clean off all SpongeBob's house. It's gonna be pretty satisfying seeing it fast forward. This is gonna take me about 15 to 20 minutes at least, maybe. Let's go ahead and get started. So right here you'll see I'm cleaning the door right now, but there's actually SpongeBob's workbench here from the Stupid Patrick meme. And if you guys notice, as I'm cleaning every panel, we get a little bit more cash to add to our budget here. But, oh wait, there's a jellyfish in the background. You can see a jellyfish way on up there. And actually kind of the top of the surface up there too. So right now I'm cleaning off the back, and you can see we actually have the reef blower here from, of course, the reef blower episode from Squidsville. And it says on screens, if I was dirt, I'd want to live here too, Patrick. At the start of the game, Patrick said, maybe the dirt just wants to be here because it wants to. So let's clean off this garage a little bit more thoroughly. And we'll take a look a little bit more at the end, but like I said, I just want to try to update you guys as I see it for the first time. So the leaf blower is just awesome here. Okay, so I'm cleaning the walkway here, but I noticed this structure at the start. Let's clean it off real quick, and now it may be even more recognizable if it wasn't before. We have the 25 cents bubble stand. I have a feeling that since the early 2000s, that with inflation, it would not be 25 cents for a bubble anymore, probably at least $1. But it's nice to see that SpongeBob has kept his prices solid. Let's finish cleaning this bubble stand up. And as for all of our gameplay videos, we are not going to be taking a look at the map or the gameplay as a gamer, because there's a lot of people that have done Let's Plays on the map and stuff like that. We are going to be taking a look at it as a SpongeBob fan, downright fanatic, and trying to look at all the little Easter eggs and references along the way. That's what we're mainly going to be focusing on, but of course cleaning it along the way so we can get a better look at all those things. Alright, so let's take a look here. I noticed this little box here too, and I don't know if you guys know where this box is from, but use your imagination and you might be able to remember this particular box.
Patrick, I think we should keep our voices down!
So he cleaned that up. Thankfully the water didn't damage the cardboard. I love the actual sun coming through the water. You can see the reflection of the water bouncing on the floor as I'm cleaning here. It's just incredibly immersive and it looks beautiful and what I would imagine being a Bikini Bottom would really look like. And it's surprisingly detailed for a 2D show for them to actually have a 3D version that almost feels 2D as I'm playing it. So SpongeBob's house is all cleaned up. We're going to take a better look at it. Once we got all of Conch Street clean, let's go ahead and take a look at Squidward's house here. Taking a look at Squidward's house here, you can see he's got, so I'm not going to say anything quite yet, but man, it is filthy. Let's go ahead and get started on cleaning it. So right here now, I'm cleaning off Squidward's bike, which is interesting because it's a regular bicycle. Of course, even our power washer, you'll notice, has the Bikini Bottom vibes with like the machinery and like the little bolts into it. Almost looks like a submarine gun. But the bike he actually has here is just a regular bicycle. Usually you see Squidward riding around in his recumbent bicycle, which we've seen all the time. But from time to time, he did have that regular bicycle, so it's nice to see that one being referenced here. So getting up to the top of Squidward's house here, you can see I'm actually cleaning off one of his little sun chairs here. Sometimes we see him bringing that chair outside, you know, where he becomes the evil Reflecto.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy spot their archenemy, Reflecto, up to no good.
And sometimes we see him on top of his house doing his little sun tanning thing too. I think all of them are in attempts to just get away from SpongeBob. It's interesting because you don't see the hatch actually where you can get up here. You just see the chair, so I don't know. I just imagine Squidward just slapping his suction cups on the side of the building, trying to walk up and looking side to side to see if SpongeBob's gonna catch him. But somehow his chair got up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean up Patrick's house here. First off, in the back here, we've got some trash cans. I can't recall seeing these trash cans, but it's very much like Patrick. They just kind of have the trash cans out, whereas like SpongeBob and Squidward have their trash cans kind of indoors. But let's go ahead and clean his off. It's not going to take us long at all. I mean, he's got an antenna and a rock, so it's not going to take us much time. I mean, as I'm talking, we're almost done already, so let's just finish his house up. And then inside we've got his furniture, which ever changes, but one of the more old school and classic ones is his sofa, his TV, and his lamp.
And he got it bad with 2 coconuts.
Okay, so that completes our look at Conch Street. I think that there was way more references when it came to SpongeBob's house than any other, but it was still so much fun being able to clean up all their houses and getting that detailed look at all the buildings that I never really did before. Like, I mean, of course, other games you get to see the houses, but I never spent looking at literally every single inch of it because I'm trying to clean it. So the next area we're gonna be going to is the Bikini Bottom bus, which is actually gonna be in Rock Bottom.
Oh, this place is deserted.
And that place always had a grungy type of look. I'm expecting there to be a lot of dirt, but not just regular dirt, advanced dirt. So let's go check it out. Okay, so looking at Rock Bottom, we have the candy machine here, of course, from the original Rock Bottom episode. You have the huge drop to get to Rock Bottom, which is actually a separate huge drop from the one from the movie, which is actually the trench.
On to Shell City.
The Rock Bottom bus stop and the Rock Bottom bus station are actually pretty clean. I love the look of the building. I've never really got to see the building this up close before, so it's interesting. And then you can see in the vending machine, we actually have the kelp bar and a kelp bar on the floor here. But let's go ahead and get started on cleaning up this Bikini Bottom bus here. And Squidward says a message saying, okay, you're doing it. Terrific. Here's my best joke from Squidward Tentacles. What's gray, has 8 legs, 9 brains, and dies after mating? I never expected Squidward to say mating, to be honest. Oh no, wrong book. Hang on. What? I have no clue what that even means, to be honest. And I wonder if we'll get some other stuff that's like messages from Squidward and Spongebob and the rest of the crew that maybe will give us, open up some kind of canon. I don't know, because if they're actual texts that were approved by Nickelodeon, I mean, I guess maybe they're not canon, but at the same time, you know, who knows what they might say and might unfold with these text dialogues. Okay, so we finished up the Bikini Bottom bus and it looks fantastic. Minty fresh and ready to go. So let's go ahead and get started here. We're actually gonna clean the chum bucket first. Let's do it. We got a message from Plankton here and it says, "What are you doing washing down the Krusty Krab? You should be helping me, you incorrigible nitwit. Krab started it by covering my chum bucket with a complex array of dirt circles." So I guess they actually made each other's building dirty and that's how they actually got dirty. At least as far as I know right now. The next location we're going to be going to is the Krusty Krab, so let's go check it out. Alright, so landing here in the Krusty Krab, we got the Krusty Krab sign, which a fun little fact about the top of the shell, I'm sure we're not going to see it up there, but if you look at more modern episodes of SpongeBob, on the sign, the restaurant actually was renamed to the Krusty Krab and SpongeBob's Place.
The Krusty Krab and SpongeBob's Place.
But I don't think we're going to see that detail. I mean, they pretty much just only in that episode, so let's just clean up the sign. Oh man, it is really, really fun cleaning up the lettering of the Krusty Krab here. And I didn't really realize it before how similar the writing on the Krusty Krab is to the writing on the chum bucket. I mean, of course you got the yellow outline here, but the text and font style and the fact that it's red is interesting. It only kind of maybe shows how Plankton is trying to rip off crabs in some way, you know? Like obviously the restaurants look totally different, but in some ways it almost looks like he's trying to make it look like some sister location or sister building next to the actual Krusty Krab or across the street. And I never paid attention to that detail until being this close up and cleaning them. Okay, so we're cleaning off the top of the chum bucket here because I didn't finish off the roof. And I mean, we've seen so many different things come out of this chum bucket roof, including his giant freaking telescope that really isn't a telescope because it has to get as close to something as you would actually be to zoom in.
Hey, buddy, you want to eat at the chum bucket?
But there's nothing up here right now, just cleaning it off. Okay, so we're cleaning off the Krusty Krab ground right now. We're trying to clean off the flooring outside the building. But we have this trash can back here, which has been in a lot of episodes. We've seen characters dumpster dive in it. But look, this text says dogfish, hearts catfish, which I don't know if that's a cat dog thing. We got Camp Coral for Life. That is so freaking cute. I love that they put Camp Coral for Life on there because, you know, that's where they all met. So, I mean, that's really adorable they actually put that on there. On the side, we got a little bold and brash Squidward. And on the front, we have Fred was here. Hopefully his legs are okay. We have the dolphin, which I think is a reference to the Sailor Mouth episode where they showed this trash can up close.
Dumpster writing. The voice of the people.
And then we got Ravioli. We got the Magic Conch. We have the, we're not talking about this. We're not talking about this. Symbols on the screen, the square and the triangle. And then we also have the FUN for fun. That was a lot of stuff going on in this trash can. Let's go ahead and clean it up. So once you clean it up, it actually gets rid of all those details, which is again another reference because you get to see the grime and gunk that's on this trash can. It's actually how SpongeBob writes in, Squidward smells good.
Squidward smells good.
Hey, and what do we have inside the trash can here? Okay, nothing. It's just an instrument. Okay, got it. Patrick Starr's note here. What's covered in dirt has one round leg and likes to hop a lot. Because whatever it is, it just left. Is covered in dirt, has one round leg, and likes to hop a lot. The only character I can really think of that matches that description is the Dirty Bubble, but maybe I'm wrong. So let's go ahead and finish up cleaning the Krusty Krab. This is probably going to be one of the biggest cleans considering it is one of the biggest buildings. Not as big as the Krusty Tower though. That would be a long mission. now we get to clean the paddy wagon. So they've added some cards, some patrons of the Krusty Krab here. And you can see we have the boatmobiles here. I mean, I think these boatmobiles could be the first company car that we saw for the Krusty Krab. You know, we saw it actually in the pizza delivery episode.
Back it up!
Okay, okay.
Shift into reverse, Spongebob.
But now we get to clean the paddy wagon itself here. And you can see it is the exact paddy wagon from the movie. And no, it's not the one from Sponge on the Run that is a sub burger. That is only, I thought was only at Burger King. But it's the one from the original movie. It's got the to-go license plate. We got the pickle wheels. And Sandy's got a message here that says, holy mackerel, SpongeBob said some things were messy, but this here is muckier than a mad moose in a marsh. She always says the weirdest things that sound like they don't make sense, but when you really think them out, they really kind of make sense. Anyhow, don't mind me. I'm just gonna kindly go about my detecting business. Okay, so Sandy Cheeks is trying to find out who is the cause of all of this dirt going on. Okay, so we have the Krusty Krab flag on the paddy wagon here. Let's clean up these seats here. And yes, we do have the Krusty Krab soda for the shifter. And then not just that, you have the red-handed spatula that we see them try to steal from the tugboat. They actually have to steal the spatula from. Let's go ahead and finish up the paddy wagon here. Oh my goodness, I love this so much. So if you open up the actual hood, you can see the double fryers that SpongeBob mentions in the film when he's explaining all the different specs to Patrick.
Grilled leather interior. And under the hood, a fuel-injected French fryer with dual overhead grease traps.
Whoa. Okay, so while cleaning here, I happen to notice something floating around in the background here. And if you look, it's actually the dirty bubble. So I had a feeling, you know, it could be something suspicious going on here. The dirty bubble may be the one making everything dirty. Okay, so the dirty bubble is gone now, but you got to see him there for a second. So he made a little appearance here. As soon as I shot him with our power washer, he took off though. He did not want to get clean, that's for dang sure. So now that we've cleaned the paddy wagon, now we get to clean the invisible boatmobile, which is a dream come true. So you can actually see it right there. I guess it's so dirty, it's actually visible now. And we're in Jellyfish Fields. Okay, I didn't even realize I was so focused on that. We're in Jellyfish Fields and it looks beautiful. It looks so much less stressful than the Jellyfish Fields in Battle for Bikini Bottom with the huge array of platforming obstacles. It looks way more just like an actual field and you can hang out, you get the jellyfish here. But like I was saying, who would attack the invisible boatmobile? Somebody who's got one round foot maybe? I don't know, I'm starting to think that we might know who it is here. But we got the invisible boatmobile here. We can follow the tracks all the way to it. Pretty quick cleanup. It kind of has a little bit of a story, I'm feeling like, which I didn't expect. I thought we were just gonna be cleaning buildings, and the fact that we're getting a little bit of a storyline out of this, I appreciate a lot. Okay, so as we're cleaning the invisible boatmobile, we can actually see it become more, well, invisible. And Barnacle Boy just sent us a message, and it says, Sandy Cheeks was right. He gave the chase to the dirty bubble, hightailing it away from the paddy wagon with a big filthy grin on his face. As if it could have been any other kind of grin. Mermaid Man says, don't worry, kiddo. We're gonna wipe the big dirty grin off that dirty bubble. So it is the dirty bubble that is making everything all over Bikini Bottom filthy. That makes so much sense, and that's so cool to use him as the villain for a game all about cleaning. We spotted him bobbing evilly north. So the dirty bubble is coming our way north, I think. We're cleaning up the invisible boatmobile. We've almost got it clean here. Wait a minute, do you realize what's north of here? I don't. I have no sense of direction. Barnacle Boy says the due north is the Goo Lagoon. Okay, so he is going to the Goo Lagoon. That is so interesting, getting to see the text messages essentially of the Bikini Bottom citizens, including Mermaid Man, Sandy. Everybody's been so fun. But I don't care who do what. If Dirty Bubble makes that far, we can all kiss goodbye to at least 7 colors of the rainbow. Okay, so we cleaned off all Dirty Bubble gunk and jellyfish gunk. Well, just this spot. Let's get that spot. Okay, we got that spot. And Mermaid Man already has a rash from being inside the dirty bubble. So hopefully Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy can actually catch the dirty bubble. It seems like they're on the journey to try to catch him. We're gonna be heading to the Mermalair, so maybe we can help them out in some way. Oh, okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can actually see what's up here next and what we're gonna be cleaning next. Maybe it's the Goo Lagoon? Or maybe it's gonna be the Mermalair. Okay, so we finished up the Invisible Boatmobile. Let's check it out, and we are going to our next place, which is the Mermalair. So I am excited. Oh my goodness. This place is absolutely horrific. There's barnacles all over the walls. Spongebob says, this doesn't look like the work of the dirty bubble to me. Looks more like years of persistent dirt and inefficient cleaning techniques. So the Mermalair is just dirty because they don't know how to clean, Spongebob says. We got the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy poster here. What do we have in this big orb here? Let's go ahead and clean this off. And then look, we've got the Orb of Confusion. We can clean this off. It doesn't look like it actually does anything, but we can clean it off. And then we have the wall back here of all the different Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy gadgets. So let's check this out. Let's clean it off. So if you check it out, you can actually get to see the name of all the different devices too, which is a great little tool that we can use in the future as well to be able to see all the different devices. We've seen some of these devices actually get used before, like of course Mermaid Man's belt. We've got the paddle ball too, with the Dirty Bubbles paddle ball challenge, I'm assuming, maybe something to do with that.
Take the Dirty Bubble Challenge. Hit the paddle ball 29,998,559,671,349 times in a row.
We got Mermaid Man's bra there. There's a lot of stuff. We'll have to check out all of this stuff individually. But we have the balls of steel here. We have the bubble wand of doom. We have the shell comms. The radar boot. Oh, look at this lunchbox. The lunchbox with the International Justice League of Super Acquaintances. We got an oxygen tank, which is interesting considering neither of them use oxygen tanks. And we have the lost episode of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Okay, so let's just continue to clean this place up. There's a lot to look at here, but mostly there's a lot of cleaning up to do. So let's go ahead and clean up as much as we can here. Okay, so we have the International Justice League of Super Acquaintances table, which we got to see the crew sit at, where they got to talk to the commissioner or the president or whoever that guy that was, or the guy that was kissing himself and talked about Makeout Point. You remember him. I know you didn't want to see that again, but you remember him. But let's go ahead and finish off cleaning up the Mermalair here. So you have a lot of notes from SpongeBob and Patrick just talking about all the different items that are going on in here, but you can see Patrick's license is actually still left here, so he was not supposed to even be in here, and he wasn't supposed to leave anything behind. And you'd think, you know, worst case scenario, you leave like a piece of hair behind, you leave like, you know, maybe a sock, a shoe, crazy, but maybe. But he leaves the most identifiable thing possible, literally your identification card. There's no question that he was the one that was in here. Only Patrick, so I love seeing that little detail. Okay, so right now we're actually cleaning off the area where they actually had Man Ray frozen. So I want to see if there's actually a Man Ray inside of here, so we're cleaning everything off. That would be so cool to see Man Ray. You guys, of course, remember the scene where we got to see him frozen, so let's check it out. And now you guys can see, boom, we have the Dirty Bubble actually frozen right now. Same way that we had Man Ray frozen in that episode, we have the Dirty Bubble. So it looks like the day has been saved thanks to Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy, and, if I might say so myself, the power washing cleaning fish. And I hope my power washing cleaning fish name will be Suds. Oh, we get to see the suits. The suits of the International League of Super Acquaintances. We got the Quicksters here, we got the Elastic Waistband, we got Captain Magma, and we even have Miss Appears, which is actually appearing. I would love to be able to get those costumes like in display format just like that somewhere in the room. That would be incredible. So check it out here. Once you get everything clean as well, you guys can see the actual screen turns on with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy too. So you can see them just kind of doing their little rinse cycle. You can see it going on there in the background, which they use in the intro for the show, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. But that concludes our journey through cleaning Bikini Bottom. That was incredible. I had so much fun cleaning all of Bikini Bottom and getting to check out the little details and spend more time looking at smaller details than I ever really did before in any other game, just because that wasn't the sole focus of it. But that was incredible. Thank you so much for watching this video. Shout out to Mitchell as well for helping me get everything set up for the game and helping me be able to record all of this stuff going on. I appreciate you beautiful people so much. It was a blast. Like I said, we got to take down the dirty bubble together. We got to add a new SpongeBob video game to our memory list here in the Cartoon Cavern and archive it in all of its glory in a very, very nerdy way. But as I always say, none of that would be nearly as amazing as it was if it wasn't for the fact that I'm getting to do it with you. So thank you so much for being the amazing, beautiful person that you are. And I hope you enjoyed this journey with me cleaning up Bikini Bottom and taking down the dirty bubble, like I said, with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. That is a dream come true for me as a fan too. And I would love for them to do it. I mean, like, maybe it'd be hard to do another DLC, but I mean, we could do the Bikini Bottom City, we could do the Tree Dome, we could do Glove World. It wouldn't be impossible for them to do a DLC too. Maybe even we clean the inside of the characters' houses. There's so much more they could do, but even if we just got the one DLC, I'm happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, hit the like button if you did. If you guys want to support everything we're doing, go check out the Patreon. I talk about it every single video, but it really, really helps us out in keeping everything we do over here in the cavern going. So if you enjoy what we do, go check out the Patreon. If you can, sign up for it. It comes with a bunch of perks, including a message from me and also an extended version of this video and every other video that we upload on YouTube. And I would really, really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And don't forget that we're on Whatnot 2 nights a week, Wednesdays and Fridays. You get $15 off your first purchase over there, which can help you add anything to your collection. Whatnot continues to grow and adding more and more collectibles from vintage to modern, Funko Pops, cards, you name it. And you get a $15 discount, which gives you something for free or for a deep discount, as I always say. Just go take advantage of that. That'll be down below. And check out this video on your screen, which is another video on this channel I know you're gonna love. And as always, Rep Pack, thank you so much for being amazing. I will see you, beautiful people, in the next one. Adios and blue.